3, 2, 1.
What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. I'm stoked. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment. Liked it, all that stuff. Subscribe on any audio platforms. We're on all of them. And check out the Patreon for bonus content. It's up there, and it's a good time. My guest today is a true grinder, a guy who's not afraid to get his hands dirty, absolutely hysterical. We hail from the same home state of North Carolina, and this dude is in every back alley dive and just saloon across this great nation of ours. I love him. You're going to love him. Welcome to the program, Mr. Cameron Ley.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, dude, thanks so much for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. I mean, you deliver dirty, greasy jeans.
I came straight from, this is the actual blue collar comedy. I threw my wrenches down when that whistle blew at 4 and I headed straight here.
Yeah, he's got the lunch pails in the corner.
I ate my lunch on a beam that was high above the ground.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You look like a guy who would be in the skyscraper eating a ham sandwich.
I don't climb that high. I'm top heavy.
Yeah, sure. It's risky business. I think about those guys were crazy gnarly because there was no OSHA, no safety.
Yeah, no. Like I used to have to climb tower cranes as part of my job, and even with like double tied in with harness, you're like, this isn't that. Those guys, you watch the old videos, and they all had a flask of whiskey in their pocket, and they're just. Which, granted, if I was walking up there with no safety gear, I'd probably need a little wet in my whistle.
Yeah. Well, tower cranes those are very big.
Yeah, those are like the ones you see on the skyscrapers.
Yes.
Where it's like, and then they got the.
But from what I hear, being a crane operator, in terms of the gigs you could have on a job site like that one's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, like especially some of the slower jobs. Like, I mean, there's days where you're like working a bunch and moving everything, but I've known guys that would bring like an Xbox up there because it was a slow day. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you're in Modern Warfare 3 doing crane trick shots
Xbox,
inside of a crane?
TV, microwave, a bucket to poop in, all the stuff you need.
Dude, aerial dumps are fucking, that's a different
But
thing.
hey, those guys are making like $70 an hour to poop in a bucket,
Sure. I mean, I've pooped in buckets for free.
Yeah.
So I'm not one to talk.
Simultaneous drinking.
Yeah, the crane operator seems like a sweet gig. Do you weld?
Yeah. Some. I'm not certified, but I weld.
You seem like a guy who's not certified in a lot, but can do a lot.
If I'm not licensed, I'm not insured, I'm not bonded, but I'll get it done.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
You're the guy that everybody knows.
Like, my response is, I guess, I'm doing some subfloor work at a bar in Upper Manhattan right now, and the guy's like, "Wow, have you done this a lot?" I said, "Buddy, I'm just 2 YouTube videos ahead of you."
Yeah, you do seem like the type of dude who would call engine grease like garage Crisco.
Oh yeah, just lube it up.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I when I first moved to the city, I did like TaskRabbit, which I don't use TaskRabbit. It's a terrible platform, and it just exploits people. But
Sure.
All these guys would be like, I'd just be like hanging a picture frame or changing a faucet, and all these people would be like, these dudes would be like, "Oh, did you go to like trade school to learn how to do this?" Like, no, where I come from, if you can't do this, you're gonna get called a pussy.
Yeah, exactly. What part of North Carolina are you from?
I am from Durham, the Bull City, baby.
Hell yeah, let's go. I've been to Durham. Where's Durham?
It's kind of smack dab in the middle, about 30-ish miles west of Raleigh.
Okay.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves up here is like everyone's like, "Oh, you're from Raleigh, Durham." Like, no, they're 2 cities.
They're two separate entities.
Raleigh, Durham is an airport.
Yeah, I grew up on the other side of the state. I grew up in Charlotte, so similar vibe but different. Okay, what was your family like?
So I'm a bit of a weird blend. So my dad was born in like tiny little Appalachia town. My grandfather was a traveling representative for John Deere.
Okay, man, traveling could have had so many occupations behind it.
Yeah.
It could have been salesman. It could have been clown.
He was a juggler. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But so my dad grew up there, and then when he was in like high school, they moved to Baltimore.
Okay.
And then my dad went from farm kid to he's the smartest guy I know. He went to Harvard and became like a Wall Street finance guy.
Shut the fuck up.
And met my mom, who's from up here. My mom's from Staten Island,
Okay.
so I'm like two kinds of trash. And
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you have your mom's accent.
I was actually born up here. And then when I was still a baby, my dad was like, "I'm not raising my boys up here," and we effed off to North Carolina, and I was raised, with cows and tractors and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
But it was like we're like on the edge of like suburban and a decent sized city.
Okay.
Because a lot of people in the area think Durham's like hood, which there are some bad parts like any city, but it's kind of like a weird blend of like suburban, rural, little city mixed in.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's first of all, your dad sounds like the man.
Oh, he's awesome.
Second of all, it's shocking to me that you say dad, not daddy.
Daddy.
Every single person in my family with that sounds like you, it's all my daddy. Daddy retired back in 05, so he's just been hanging out.
He makes us call him Papa.
What'd you call your grandparents?
I didn't. It was just Grandma and Grandpa. I didn't have a Bing Bing or a Ding Dang.
I had a mum.
Meemaw.
Oh, Meemaw's good.
Meemaw. I can't remember who. Someone had a bit about it where it was like, could you imagine like being like a badass World War II vet who fought on D-Day, and then some kid can't pronounce your name, so you're now known as Pee-Poo for the rest of your life?
Yeah. So did you grew up your entire? When did you leave North Carolina?
I've done a little bouncing around. I left North Carolina for college.
Okay.
I went to a small private college in the Adirondacks for a year because I didn't want to go to college. And my mom was like, well, if you go to this school, it's fisheries and wildlife science. That's basically majoring in hunting and fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoiler alert, it's not. There's a lot of microscopes and crap. Not a lot of...
Not the kind of scopes you're trying to look into.
Not a lot of guns. Then I went to trade school, became a diesel mechanic, and I've bounced around doing that. Wyoming, Oklahoma.
Okay.
I went back to Kansas to get a bachelor's degree, and I bounced around Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Georgia, and now I'm here.
Damn, true vagabond, dude.
I have been running from something.
I don't think you've been doing much running.
I have been rolling downhill from something. I don't like it's weird. Like now, New York is the longest I've lived anywhere other than the house I grew up in.
Damn.
Which is weird because no one will ever see me and go, "That's a local." Like the amount of times, like someone will see me, like, you see a guy coming home from work on the subway in construction clothes, like, "Oh, this guy's a local." Like him. They ask me directions or like how to get wherever, and the second I start talking, they're like, "Oh, never mind."
Oh no, this guy knows the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, you're better. It's something about a southern accent. There are just certain things you cannot do. You can't order tea unless it's sweet. You can't. It's hard to be a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would be stoked if someone came over the intercom on a flight and they were like, "Is your captain speaking?" I'd be like, "This guy's a real cowboy. He's gonna take us up."
I feel like he'd be down to do a barrel roll. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Everybody, yeah. All right, y'all. Put the beverage cart up, buckle up. I want to try something real quick, you know?
Yeah, type of guy who gets you in 20 minutes early. And is
Ladies
like,
and gentlemen, the tower says we're number 6 for departure, but that's some liberal bullshit. I say we're number 1.
We're going out of this thing high and tight, hold on to your butts. Yeah, dude, you're the first. You're besides, Shane Torres. He's Southern, but he's like Texas Southern. He's not like, which is different. So you're the first,
he's like that. He's like punk rock Southern.
Yeah, yeah. You're Creedence Southern. What's your opinion on Bojangles?
Bojangles is God's gift to humanity, and it's proof that we should be happy.
I agree.
A lot of since I said I did my bachelor's in Kansas. A lot of those guys are big Raising Cane's people.
It's flavorless, unseasoned, terrible.
Raising Cane's is a sauce store that sells chicken as a sauce vehicle.
I agree. I could not agree more.
The second behind Bojangles, I got to go Zaxby's.
I haven't had Zaxby's. I hear good things.
It's pretty good, and it's like Bojangles' cousin that went to college and got a job selling insurance. You know,
Yeah.
it's a little nicer.
Raising Cane's chicken tenders are fried in drywall dust.
Yeah, and Popeyes is just doo-doo butter.
It's no good. When the fried chicken sandwich first dropped, I was in Chicago and it was stellar. I was really screaming about it being the best sandwich in fast food. I've completely turned around on this. Every time I eat Popeyes, I get an upset tummy. My little tum gets to rumbling. I've puked so much Popeyes in my life.
Boy.
I never learn my lesson, and I just keep shoveling it right in my face. But I'm getting New York City Popeyes, and they're just frying that shit in rat grease.
My problem is I've never encountered a chain that just so consistently messes up my order.
Oh, they fuck everything up. They don't give a shit.
The last time I got it, I was coming back from doing a show up in Westchester. And I was, you know where you change from the Metro North to the 456 there at 125th Street in Harlem?
Sure do. I was just up there to take the bus to LaGuardia for a flight. It was not ideal.
So I paid like $5 extra for a side of mac and cheese. And they gave me the little thing like that. It's about like yay tall.
Uh-huh.
And there was a forkful maybe in there. And I was just like, I've watched those videos of people fighting fast food employees and been like, that's insane. How could? And then I was like, I'm about to.
Yeah, the guy behind the counter is wiping his mouth. Go, how do you like the back pussy?
Yeah, no, I like it's like the best fried chicken I ever had was at a gas station in Aiken, South Carolina.
I believe it.
It was awesome. Also, one of the best hot dogs I ever had was at a picture frame store in that same city. I used to work in Aiken, South Carolina.
Okay.
It's like right across from Augusta, Georgia, but right by their little airport. There's this picture frame store, and I don't know, this was like 10 years ago. It might not be there, but I guess the woman that run the frame store, her husband was like, I'm going to sell hot dogs here too. They were solid dogs.
I'm trying to look it up right now.
I could drive you there. I couldn't tell you where it's at. It's
Donovan's Custom Frames and the hot dog frame print, but no, I'm not getting anything.
It's right near the Quality Inn.
Oh, sick. Good neighborhood.
If they got to put
go drown in a pool after you get a hot dog.
if they got to put quality in the title,
it's not.
dude. I get a kick out of a dirtbag motel every once in a while.
You seem like you've only ever stayed in a hotel where the door opens into the parking lot.
See, when I traveled for construction, I loved that because I'd have my like cooler and I'd have a little grill I kept in my truck.
Sure.
And we'd go just crush beers and grill in the parking lot.
Yeah, tailgating is fun, but it shouldn't be every lunch.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of lonely guys whose wives are back home cheating on them. They're like, yeah, give me another Coors Light and a bratwurst. I do love, like, I don't know. I get a kick. Like, I stay at a lot of lousy motels. You know, I road dug the Dakotas and Montana, Minnesota, all that. But I love when it's like a $50 or $60 motel, and then you read the reviews, and it's like 1 star, but it's like, oh, it's outdated. So the sheets weren't. It was like, you got $60 worth of hotel.
Yeah,
Like,
you sure did. Lady, they let you smoke in the room. Shut up.
I love it. No, I did. It was a few years ago. I was doing Tower City comedy in Paris, Texas.
Okay.
Daryl Felsberg runs the room. Amazing comic, great dude. But I was getting a ride out there from another comic, and I was like, well, let me find something walking distance to the club. So I look and I book it like kind of sight unseen, and I was like, oh, it's like $45 a night or something. Hell yeah, bargain. And I get there, the guy's like, where are you staying? I was like, here's like, oh, no. You need to change that. He's like, I'll get you someone to drive you to the Hampton and on the interstate. And it's good because he took me by that place, and it was one of those where nobody was there on vacation.
Oh, sure.
They were living.
Everyone's
Like,
out in the parking lot working.
when you see dead plants on the windowsill of a motel.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people paying by the hour there.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, you're talking about mac and cheese. What do you think the best Southern side is?
I'm a big mac and cheese guy.
I love a good mac and cheese. Do you like breadcrumbs on the top of your mac and cheese?
Oh, yeah.
I hate that shit.
What I like to do, I take like Ritz crackers, crunch them up,
Okay.
and do a little butter drizzle,
Okay.
and then put it back in the oven. Makes like a nice little crispy crust.
See, I'm hearing you. I'm listening to you. I just, when it comes to the mac and cheese, I don't want it to be like an apple crumble. I want smooth, creamy, a little bit of bite in the macaroni, but the crumbly top No,
You're a
not for me.
textures guy?
No. I'm not autistic.
You only use a fork with 4 prongs. I like good yams.
Yams are all right. I'm a big fried okra guy.
Okra's good. It's just there's not a lot going on there.
It's something about it. It reminds me of like going to like shitty places in Maiden, North Carolina with my grandparents, where they'd serve you in the same little plastic half plate, half bowl. It was like a bowl with a plate edge. You know what I'm talking about? The little guys that put your sides in.
Yeah,
and you get a little fried okra going. I love that shit.
I like. A lot of people like to dump on coleslaw, but I like a good slaw.
No, slaw's great, especially on a pulled pork sandwich.
Or I like, you can't really find it up here, but slaw on a hot dog.
Slaw on a dog's good.
Slaw on my dog.
There's a place in Lincoln, North Carolina called Old School Foot Long Hot Dog Drive-In, and they would do slaw dogs, chili dogs, real good, real nice.
Love it. I don't know sides. I'm normally a mac and cheese and beans guy. Potato salad's good.
Potato salad's all right. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. You have any nicknames growing up?
Nicknames?
Yeah.
Come here, damn it. No, I don't know.
Come here.
When my dad would pick me up from school, sometimes he'd call me Cammy Bear just so my friends would make fun of me.
Yeah. That's good.
On the fire department, I was known as Hillbilly Deluxe, or Hillbilly for short.
Now we're talking. Where'd you work in the firefighter? Where'd you work as a firefighter?
I was on. I won't mention on. But I was a volunteer fireman for about 10 years back home. I know this for all the people in the comments. Like, he's not a real fireman. I don't care.
No.
But we had fun. That was basically from like 16 to 26. I was there like 3 nights a week.
Okay. Like at the firehouse?
Yeah. Because
from as a 16-year-old?
Yeah, you can start, like, you can't actually go inside the fires until you're 18 and get certifications and whatnot. So, like, 16 to 18, you're kind of like the gopher, like, hey, we need a Halligan bar, and, a flathead axe. So you go run and get whatever they need.
Yeah. We need to watch the truck, I assume, shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of that, cleaning the station. But,
yeah. So was it the second that you could grow a mustache, you decided you wanted to be a firefighter?
Basically, well, no, I got in trouble because that's the thing. Because with the air mask, you can't have. That's why firefighters have mustaches.
Yes.
You can't have like any growth below here. I think because
it
depends on the department, but like the mask seals around there, so you can't have hair there. And they'd say, the SOP was every 3 days you got to shave, but I'd get in trouble a lot. So I kept razors in my locker.
Yeah, I have to do that for this shit. I always forget to shave my cheeks. I feel like a real dumbass. So that was in Durham.
Yeah, well, it was out. It was kind of, our district covered parts of Durham and Orange County. Okay. And we had Interstate 40 a little bit.
Did you guys really have chili?
We didn't have chili.
No, so you really aren't a firefighter. The comments are right. This guy's no chili. That's half the job.
We did a pancake breakfast once.
That's pretty good.
We sold Christmas trees every year. Sold a lot of Christmas trees. That was our big fundraiser.
That's fun. I like it. I like it when they're out there. They're collecting money with the boot and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You always feel good. Toss a couple bucks in there.
I don't know. I drove the rescue truck a lot, which is fun. It's like. It's cool going down the interstate to a call and just seeing people go out of the way, and you're like, it's fun as hell.
Yeah, it's a good time. And just what? Okay, so how many guys are in the fire? Sorry, it's the you being 16 and in a firehouse is like is like put my brain in a pretzel.
Oh, it's like a fraternity house, but the booze isn't there.
Right.
But it was cool, It was like I had like 1,000 older brothers. There was like 30-something people on. And we were what's called a combination, so we had volunteer and paid staff. Okay. So there was at least 2 paid firemen there at all times. And I'd go, in high school, I'd spend nights there all the time. Yeah. And they had a gym. I was a lot skinnier then.
Sure.
That's, this firefighter tour I've been working with has been posting content where I'm doing bits about being a firefighter. I was like, that fat piece of crap. I was like, this was several years and 100 and some odd pounds ago. Like, you don't have to kick me in the balls this much.
Yeah. You just, no, I'm a hose man.
Yeah. I'm in charge of the pancakes. Call me a flapjack.
You're Cookie. Cookie would whip some flapjacks real nice. What was the number one cause of fires that you guys would encounter? Was there like prevailing? Was it cigarettes? Fucking heated blanket.
A lot of unattended candles.
Yeah, see, it's all these fucking crystal having LA chicks trying to put curses on their exes and spells on themselves for more money and success, burning the place down.
A lot of unattended candles. Shoddy electrical work. It's going back to my unlicensed contracting. I didn't cause any fires, but I had
that
the
you admit to
ability.
publicly.
Every now and then, meth lab.
Oh, damn, that's fun. Those really explode.
Oh yeah.
You think it's fake. You think it's like
No,
propaganda.
that's-
No, those really fucking go up.
And I don't remember. We did a class on them, but I don't remember what kind of gases they give off. But it's not good.
It's no good.
It's not conducive to life continuing.
It's incredibly flammable what they're doing in there. You ever go cow tipping?
I mean, you could try to tip a cow over. I don't think you really could.
Yeah, I think it's an urban legend. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, because cows don't sleep standing up.
Exactly.
Horses will nap standing up, but they got to lay down to sleep for extended periods. But even if cows did sleep standing, they're not light. You know, you'd need like 8 guys, maybe. I don't know.
Was there a lot of livestock in your area?
Not really, no, because we were kind of on the edge of town,
Right.
and all the farms were getting bought up and turned into shopping centers and subdivisions. So our place was, we didn't own the land. It was this old farmer who had retired. But the way the taxes work is if a land is being used for agriculture, your taxes are significantly lower.
Okay.
So we farmed it and then we helped them with the taxes and stuff.
Cool. Yeah, my aunt and uncle lived on a little pasture in Maiden, North Carolina, and the way it was laid out was their great grandparents were here, and then their kids, so their grandparents were here, and then they got a piece. They built a house on the other side of the pasture, and then they had kids, and then my cousins built a place. Right, so if there was
just slicing it up,
if there was any sort of tornado or flood, it would be like a full genocide. It'd be like a full
erasing your entire lineage.
just gone, dude. Just wiped out. One twister away from an entire, from like 4 or 5 generations is biting it.
Yep.
But they had a couple of cows, no horses. But I learned quick that electric fences are no joke, dude.
Yeah, no, they
really zap
they
you.
don't tickle. Yeah.
and they're hard to let go of.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was a little kid finding out. We don't have that farm back in North Carolina, but farm like my granddaddy grew up on.
Yeah.
Our family still has in like the Ohio, West Virginia area.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid finding a cattle prod, not knowing what it was, so I held it like that with my finger between the prongs. Like, oh, what's this trigger do? Just shocking the piss out of myself.
You cattle prouded yourself?
Yeah, I did, and I have.
That's like Steve-O shit.
I've been a masochist ever since. You know,
I can see you with some zip ties around your balls.
are my nipple clamps showing?
You ever go mudding?
Yeah. So I had my very first vehicle, 1998 GMC 1500, 2-wheel drive.
Nice.
And I tried so hard to off-road a 2-wheel drive truck with road tires on it. But
Just spinning.
I learned something when I was 17 is you can get through a lot if you hit it doing 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, and once the speed takes hold, the traction isn't such a factor.
Well, the embarrassing thing is like, you know, I had a tractor that could pull me out.
Yeah.
But doing that like walk of shame back to the barn to get the tractor, then you go pull yourself out, tractor back, go back. It's just...
I never did any money. I never got my license, so I'm useless when it comes to like. Yeah, I know. I don't know. And now it's like I've been meaning to get it. Now with the DMVs are all jammed up. They only do appointments like 2 months out. It's the whole thing.
I had to. I had let mine lapse when I moved here, and it had gone out long enough that I had to take the road test again.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. I still have a North Carolina license. And it was the same thing, like no appointments for 3 months. So I went to, I don't know if you ever heard of Little Washington, North Carolina.
No.
It's way down east. I used to go down there for work. They have the world's largest phosphate mine. Just fun.
Yeah.
But I used to do work for them. But I went down there, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll get you in." I was in and out like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Because the lady, she took me out. I was like, I've been driving, I was like, I had a Class A CDL before this, and she took me out and made me do a 3-point turn, and we went back in. I was like, "Oh, you're good."
That's some good old fashioned Southern hospitality. Yeah, once you like, lady, I've driven like 4-ton trucks. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be all right. You ever make a potato cannon?
I haven't made one, but I have partaken in some potatoing.
I feel like you'd be a guy who's real good in a pinch, little MacGyver. You can make it work.
That was my favorite show growing up. Was Junkyard Wars.
I love that show, dude. I love that show.
I was like, God, I want to do that. And then when I was an equipment mechanic, this one company I worked for, I just went to junkyards to work on the junkyard equipment, and I'd end up coming home with all sorts of crap.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they just have a mountain. I was like, this is my treasure.
One day it's gonna be worth something. Were you the type of dude who would have like, you'd have like a spare bumper laying around, like van seats to a van you don't have in your garage, but being like, I'm gonna work on this one day, or would you actually finish your projects?
I don't finish things. Nobody finishes around me. Ask my girlfriend. Hey, no, I've got a tractor in the woods still. The land's been sold. I don't even remember what the hell. It was an old Alice Chalmers, I think. But I paid $20 for it, and I was like, let me stick that back there. Yeah. Now it'd probably take me 3 weeks and a chainsaw to get it out. But yeah, the land's since been sold, so it's just like, I always had. It's like, one day I'll get around to that, and one day never happens. Also, I had a shop. My buddies would see the door was open, the lights were on, they'd stop by. We'd end up, drinking beers and listening to AC/DC and not getting anything.
Of course. You're smoking cigs, talking about all the cool shit you're going to do. Oh, yeah. A couple Winstons.
Man, that's a piece of crap now, but one day.
Oh, man, coat of paint, she'll be all right. She'll run good.
My when I was younger, like, I don't know, like 10 to 14-ish, talking about mudding, I wanted a 4-wheeler real bad.
Of course.
And my parents said no. So I just took the mower deck off of our riding lawnmower.
Yep.
And it just cannonball through the woods.
I mean, shit, it works. No gas pedal, just the brake. Let go, let it rip.
I mean, it's small enough to where if it got stuck, I could kind of push and drag it out. But
yeah, you just throw that bitch into Rabbit and fucking let it run.
Yeah. Also, like when you take the deck off and lean back as a chubby kid, you can get a pretty sweet wheelie.
We had these at my high school. We had to do all the like janitorial and maintenance shit. So we would like mow lawns and all that shit. But it was like big camp, big lawns.
Where'd you go, Shawshank Tech?
So we had those. They're not. You can add the attachment where you have the little platform to ride with them, but they're like automatic push mowers.
Oh yeah, like the industrial walk behinds. Yeah, you can add the little silky on the back. Yeah,
yeah, and you just got the 2 levers to turn. We had those, and those like push themselves. They're fucking easy. They're fucking awesome. But I would fuck around on those things so dangerously. I think about it now. Me and my buddy, we were doing this big ass field, and fucking he's behind me, and pulls up behind me, and then I stood on the front of the mower, like on top of the giant blade, and then drove mine like a dual riding mower. Dude, one slip, no feet, dude.
Oh, I knew a buddy that lost when he was like 9 or 10. He lost his right big toe to a lawnmower.
Yeah,
and it was funny as hell to see him wear a pair of flip flops between that second toe.
Yeah, I never had any buddies who lost any limbs or appendages. I had one friend who was blind in one eye because he just broke a stick on a tree. Caught a big ass chunk of fucking stick in his face. Another kid who got his eye shot out with a paintball gun. Yeah, a lot of eye damage.
That's my thing. Like at the shop I work at, it's me and just a bunch of old dudes, and like they'll just be like full on grinding something, sparks everywhere, just squinting, no glass. Like,
the safety squint.
You only get one pair of eyes. But also, if you see me start to reach for safety gear, I'm about to do something dangerous. I was talking about welding. I've had once or twice where a coworker has tapped me on the shoulder, but hey, Cam, yeah, you're on fire, right? It's like my boot's on fire, a piece of slag or something.
I've only ever lit myself on fire on purpose.
For what? For jackass stunt?
No, it was for a pilot or a sketch me and the homies were making back in the day. We were in the middle of Indiana, and we were filming this thing. And it was when my buddy Eric Richter, great director, he does a lot of badass music videos. He's done stuff for what the fuck is that band? Knock Loose, if you know them.
I don't know any cool bands.
Okay, yeah, I just helped him on a video for this band, the Acacia Strain, who I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, that just came out. It's awesome. You should go watch it. It's fucking sick. But we're in the middle of this field, and my one buddy got hypothermia. It was just like a fucking nightmare. We had 2 big-ass lights, and one of the bulbs, because before LEDs were super affordable, one of the bulbs burns out, and we're just like, fuck. And my buddy Eric looked at me and went, I wouldn't wish low-budget filmmaking on my worst enemy. It's the realest shit ever. But for that, we had to set my arm on fire. And my buddy was like, I was like, have you done this before? As he's like greasing up my arm. He's like, no. I watched a couple videos, though. And I was like, all right.
That's all it takes.
You use brake fluid. Because the brake fluid, we cover my arm in some type of gel. It might have just been something protective.
Some like non-flammable, greasy substance.
Yeah, exactly. Some no fire goo.
Yeah.
So we gooed up my arm, and then I like soaked with water with the shadows went underneath, and I had like a lab coat on. And you spray the brake fluid on, and then when you light it, it's just only the gas from the brake fluid burns. The actual liquid doesn't. So the fire never really touches you, I guess, is the theory. It was hot as fuck, and it looked badass, but yeah. That's the only time I've been on fire. You ever been electrocuted?
I don't know. Like, I've been shocked, but not like
been zapped.
Like 120 volt house outlet.
Yes.
That'll just let you know it's there.
It's like a little dog just nipping at you.
I mean, it's not a pleasant feeling, but yeah, I don't. That being said, I don't know. I'm probably pretty likely for a heart attack, so I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's, working in these old pre-war buildings here, you'll cut off a breaker, you'll be like, oh, the lights turned off, so this isn't live, and you don't check it with your voltmeter, and then turns out it's wired in duplex or whatever on another circuit. Shock yourself.
Yeah, I mean that shit's got to be it. Like all of the wiring and plumbing and everything in these old ass buildings.
It's all some guy that he doesn't really speak English, much less know the building codes.
Yeah, he's chilling.
He's okay. It's working in Albania.
Yeah. My the new apartment I just got, the shower head is in the middle of the shower. Like it's like it's like
shampoo commercial.
Kinda, but it's like it's like it's like a rectangle, like normal, but instead of being on one of the short walls, it's in the middle of the long wall. So it's a little jarring. It's odd, but I guess that's like standard for how they used to plumb that shit or whatever. Was your family Duke or Tar Heels?
So my dad worked for the University of North Carolina growing up.
Which one? UNC?
Yeah.
Which campus?
Chapel Hill, like the main one.
Oh, cool. My dad taught at UNC Charlotte.
He did like investment things.
Okay, sick.
But so my oldest brother was a Carolina, my oldest brother is a Carolina fan.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us. My middle brother's a Duke fan.
Uh-huh.
I was the farm kid of the bunch, so I was an NC State fan.
Oh,
that was the
okay.
ag school.
Oh, little black sheep.
It's got to be different.
Yeah.
No, my mom actually goes to. He's retired now, but my mom still sees Mike Krzyzewski at church sometimes.
Oh, nice.
She goes to Duke for church. Also, I used to take this guy that was like very high in Duke's athletics. I used to take him duck hunting.
Oh, nice.
His son was my age. I'd take him duck hunting on the farm, and so he'd get me like front row tickets to Duke basketball.
No fucking way.
I graduated high school in that stadium.
No, really? Yeah. Sick, dude.
It's hot as shit in there in the summer. There's no AC.
I hope they fix that by now. Jesus. All that money in AC, that's insane. Yeah, my family was also split up like the Montagues and the Capulets. My grandma was a Tar Heels fan, so that's what I went with. And then half Duke, half Tar Heels.
We have the running joke of, which you may have heard in North Carolina, You can go anywhere in the world and you'll see some dude in a UNC basketball jersey. Like, I don't know where Chapel Hill is, but I love them Tar Heels. Like,
I love watching those boys run.
I haven't seen it in the North as much as I've seen it in the Southeast. Like the Carolinas, Georgia, and Bama, especially. Like guys that are like so passionate about a certain college's sports.
Yes.
Much less didn't go to that college, didn't go to any college. They're talking about like, oh, we lost this. You didn't even take the SAT. Like, Alamance Community College is your team, buddy.
Yeah, you're a Bumblebees man, buddy. Yeah, my dad went to FSU, and he still reps it. Growing up in North Carolina, it is college sport dominate because there was no professional teams for so long. It's like even still, like no one gives a fuck about the Hornets, but everyone will die for fucking the Tar Heels or the Blue Devils.
Well, it's me. One of the things growing up from Durham, I was never a huge sports guy, but I friggin' love minor league baseball.
Who's the team?
Durham Bulls.
Oh, sure. $2 dog night on Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the Brooklyn Cyclones this Friday. It's taking my Irish buddy. It's Irish Heritage Night.
Dude, so you fucking rule. You're in the city with the most sports teams of all time, and you're going to the fucking minor league game.
Dude, I'm going to go there. I'm going to get blackout drunk, fist fight some Protestants. You know, call Margaret Thatcher the C word and get out of there. You know.
Oh, they'll love you for that.
I did that. I did a show in Galway. And it started off kind of weird, and then I just go up the ride, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's growing up, I really bought into the propaganda that the IRA were real gnarly terrorists. And then I was like, no, now I'm kind of fucking, up the road, bro. Let's go.
I tell you.
Free the boys.
Kneecap has been a hell of a PR campaign for
I'm telling you. That's what listen, I'm not too cool to admit when I've been influenced by cool rapping Irish bros. Those guys rule. When did you go to Ireland?
Last summer.
Was that your first time over there?
Yeah. So I hadn't left the country since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So I went over. I was in Europe for almost a month.
Where did you go?
I did some shows in Paris, which were really fun. And then the main reason I was going is me, my dad, and my two brothers went on a week-long guided tour of Normandy.
Yeah.
And all like the World War II sites. Which was badass. And then I did London. I didn't do any shows in London, and I was in Ireland for a week or so.
Dude, okay. So you've been because we've hung out. I've seen you stand up, and I'm like, man, I love this guy, but you were a little bit of an enigma to me. And finding out that you come from like a very educated family, but inside of the vacuum of Southernness to create this you're like a brilliant redneck.
I am. My family came here in the 1700s, and it's been going like this, and then just back down.
No, you're great, dude. You're one of a kind.
It is great, though. I don't know. I use the Southernness to my advantage in the city sometimes. Like, when I talk to the cops, I turn into Forrest Gump. Officer, back home, they'll sell you a bush light on the train. I don't know what. This ain't no word of. I've gotten 3 open container tickets since I moved here.
Oh, I believe it.
They're $25 and they don't go on your record. I drink on the train all the time. I pay more than that for Netflix, and I ain't cut my TV on in 6 months. You know, it's like it's a subscription.
Yeah, you got the subscription to public intoxication.
Like, it's like, you know, it's not even like I won't be drunk. It's just, you know, you work 10 hours out in the sun. I chug a bunch of water. I want to have a Bud Light on my hour train ride home. You know?
Yeah.
It's like.
And listen, that's such an incredible argument for that. It's great.
Like, I've never once been on the train and they go back, hey, we need you to drive. Have you been drinking? Like, I paid to have someone drive this. One of the open container tickets I got was in Union Square Station. There was this like shirtless homeless dude peeing off the platform while they were writing me this ticket. I was like, oh, you just know that I won't be as confrontational as him
Yeah,
So
you won't be nearly as big.
I think if I get another one, I'm just gonna start like
yeah,
like that kid from the Wild Thornberries, just start going on.
yeah, like Donnie. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I got on the train 2 days ago, and there was a guy yelling at a pregnant lady, and New York just so removes any sense of like white knighting in you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I tolerated it for one train stop, and then I switched trades. And at some point in my life, I'd probably be like, man, I should say something. I just like, no, let the guy and the pregnant lady fight. They'll be fine.
I've thought about it. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, if I thought someone was in immediate danger, yeah, but like,
Exactly.
I'm just gonna end up getting my ass kicked on Reddit. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna want
Fat hillbilly gets like
gets owned. Yeah,
I mean, because honestly, like, say you see me in.
But you said you said hillbilly. I would completely disagree. I would categorize you as a redneck. I think hillbilly and redneck. Hillbillies they have it's moonshine and pills, and redneck is beer and working on an engine that you're never gonna fix.
I did briefly operate a clandestine spirits manufacturing facility. What's the statute of limitations on that?
Yeah, I could see you at some point in your life being handed some paperwork and you saying something along the lines of, the only laws I follow are the Lord's.
And then I go off to one of those rattlesnake churches.
Yeah.
No, I had a brief moonshine operation in high school. I was a very enterprising young chap.
Would you use as a still?
I made one out of a turkey cooker.
Fuck yeah. What kind of corn liquor?
Oh yeah, and it was rot gut garbage.
Yeah, rocket fuel though. I bet you and all the homies had a good ass time in those woods.
I was selling to. Actually, that'll bring me into that story I wanted to tell you. I was selling to like UNC students and stuff.
Yeah,
like they got money, but like the third time or the second or third time, my dad caught me. He said, he's like, "Hey, if I find this again, go on the lawn." Yes, Daddy. So I started selling produce on the side of the road instead. But I got these college student customers because at the time, this was pre-smartphone. This would have been like 2007, 2008.
Okay, wait, and I'm going to back you up just a little bit. Walk me through, I've never made moonshine. Walk me through the whole process.
It's been,
if you can't, from what you
18 years.
Sure.
You make the mash and boil it, sanitize it, and then you put it in like a bucket to ferment, but it gives off gas. You need to let it,
you got to leak it or whatever.
Vent the gas without air coming in. You can buy a special thing, but you have to order that at a distiller supply. I didn't have that, so I took just like a little pigtail, like a little coil of hose, and I put water in it so it would push out but not suck in.
Yep.
And then you put it in, and I can't remember the temperature, but you bring it up and you just sit and wait. And there's some formula for calculating. It's called the heads and the tails, are the parts you're supposed to throw out, like the first and the last of the alcohol.
Okay.
Because that's got the bad shit in it.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a formula for it, but I was just like, it seems good. And you just sit there, and it'd take forever, you know.
Yeah, it's not like fermenting orange juice in prison. It takes a long ass time.
Wine.
A little prune.
I'd have to ferment for a couple of weeks.
Sure. And then how did you package it to sell?
Oh, you got to go mason jars.
Oh,
that's what everybody wants.
But you know what? And I want to apologize to you. That was a dumbass question out of me, dude.
Well, I knew some guys that were more volume guys that would do like a case of like Dasani water or whatever, and they'd shrink wrap it back up in case they got pulled over. But nobody's getting arrested for moonshine anymore.
No, dude, not since
they're too worried about meth labs.
Yeah, exactly. And no, I've had some moonshine, but never had I've never straight from the guy who made it. I would have liked
it's
that back
the straight corn liquors. I got some I get from a guy back home now. He makes a banana one that'll put some lead in your pencil. He does a peach in the summertime. It's real good.
Fuck yeah.
But so I was 16.
Okay.
And I was looking for a job, and like I said, no smartphone. I did the farm work, whatever, but that's for the family, not really any money. So I got hired. There was this company called Zingo This was pre-Uber, pre-Lyft. Like I said, flip phone days. And our office was on UNC's campus. And what you do is you would call up this number. We had our dispatcher, and he'd call us. We had these little 2-stroke gasoline scooters. We'd ride them to the bar, and these things would collapse. I'd put it in the trunk of your car. I'd drive you home, and then I'd get on my scooter, ride back into town, go get another one.
Oh, that's great.
So that's how, like, I would just have a few quarts in my backpack and be like, yeah, y'all want to keep this party going at the house?
I killed 2 birds with one stone. That's an enterprising young man right
But
there.
also, the cool thing about it is then I was 16 or 17.
Yeah.
If we didn't have any calls, you'd wear the uniform, bring the bike out, you'd just hang out outside bars. And so I got to know all the bouncers and stuff at local. So I was getting into all the UNC bars at 16, which was cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I had this dude one night, I won't name. I took him home.
Well, you won't name, but his name's going to be like Squirrely Dan or something.
No.
I was with Lugnut out.
I did have a friend, hunting buddy, that I never knew his legal name. He was just Squirrel.
I'm just fucking deadly, I bet. Guy don't miss. Or he misses a lot. Name like Squirrel can go either way.
Some combination of amphetamines and booze. He was never quite steady.
Yeah, but he was always up in that stand, man. That's why we called him Squirrel. You couldn't get him out of that tree.
That's because he was always scurrying across the power lines. But this guy, he's got this big SUV. He's takes with this big house. He's like, oh, you're a good professional, whatever. He gives me his business card. He's like, you ever interested in driving me around? I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm a diamond broker.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. This guy must have some money. So he calls me up one day. I drive him around. He goes, handle the gun? I was like, yeah, okay. There's one, it's like a holster under, like, against the console.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like it's like a Smith & Wesson M&P9 holster. And
is it one of those that like clips to the body so it's like official, or is it like in where the CD player used to be?
it's like a legit holster. It's not just a loosey like a cigarette.
A loose revolver sends a different message.
So I'm driving him around, and we're just taking him to different houses. Like, I'm taking like fraternity house and stuff. It's like, why fraternity guys buying diamonds? I guess maybe it's about getting ready to graduation. Maybe they're going to propose to their girlfriend after graduation.
Oh, you sweet boy.
And then I get to talking to one of the guys at the fire department. He's like, hey, where'd you get all this money, man? Who are you working for? I was like, I told him the guy's name, showed him the card. He goes, I went to high school with that guy. That man's a coke dealer. I had been running drugs unbeknownst to me. I was just like, I'm a security guard. I am the transporter. No, I was the narco. How dumb. Like, that is,
when you find out that you're the muscle,
I'm just like, God, heaven forbid we'd ever got pulled over.
Sure.
I'm in jail for trafficking and nobody believes me. That
Of course not. No, dude, you had bricks in the trunk.
So I was just like, hey, dude, man, I'm not going to interfere with what you do. I'm going to go back to selling my watermelons and cantaloupes on the side of the road.
I got some tobacco.
And he was like,
to sell,
I respect it. Broke me off a little something and never saw him again. I think he's in commercial real estate now, which tracks.
Yeah, I believe it. Okay, I think you biscuits and gravy guy?
Oh, yeah. I make a mean biscuits and gravy.
Me too.
I like to put a little Worcestershire sauce in them.
Oh, yeah, Worcestershire sauce. It's good.
That's like one of the few. I'm not a great cook. I like to think I'm okay at smoking pork shoulders.
If you had a smoker that was made out of a filing cabinet and you pulled some meat out of there, I would eat that with no hesitation.
Oh, dude, I got the new place I just moved in with the lady. Has a backyard, and the smoker's on its way.
Let's go.
I'll let you know. We're gonna throw down,
dude. I'm down. What are you gonna make? What do you like?
I'm
doing?
a pork shoulder guy.
Yeah, sure.
Because I won't claim to be great at smoking.
No, because the most try hard dudes on the internet are smoke bros.
Dude, whatever it is, there's a subreddit where people are going to be really smug about it.
So condescending. It's like, dude, we're talking about delicious meats.
But
here.
also, like, brisket isn't very forgiving. They can get dry, and also, we're Carolina boys. Brisket,
No. Pulled pork with a nice vinegar.
There you go.
Sauce.
Even though you're from west of the border, that's what I tell people. There's a civil war raging on in North Carolina, and Eastern is the vinegar based, Western is tomato based.
Yeah, I'm a vinegar guy.
Oh,
if I see it on a menu anywhere I gotta get it. I love it.
Vinegar based slaw on a Martin's potato roll.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Just how they do it down at the Barbecue King in Lincoln, North
a
Carolina.
little nanner pudding, a washer down. I think I'm becoming a gosh darn Yankee City boy. I went home. Last time I went home, I flew into the airport there, Raleigh-Durham International, which is actually in Morrisville. And there's a Bojangles right across the highway. My mom picks me up at the airport. I was like, hey, let's go to Bojangles.
Oh, yeah.
I could not finish my sweet tea.
No.
It was too sweet.
Too sweet. It is too sweet.
I was like,
It's sweet in a way that, dude, I find it jarring. It tastes like fucking sugar water for hummingbirds.
I know I'm gonna lose my Southern card. But I almost gotta do like a half and half now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because there used to be driving from my house to high school every day. There was a Bojangles. Yes. And I would just go on Monday and buy like the bow size, the big foam cup. And I'd just sneak in there and refill it every day. It's like, how do I not have diabetes? And I was skinny then. Well, skinnier, but
yeah, I can't handle the sweet tea. Fried chicken sandwich put me to sleep. I don't have it like I used to. Dude, I love banana pudding, by the way. My
the little Nilla wafers in it.
Oh yeah, my brother finally got the recipe. My aunt would make this unbelievable banana pudding. Every year we had this thing called Rose Fest, which is it's like a family reunion that happens every year around Christmas, where all walks of the family would come together. They'd rent out the local rec center or whatever. Kids play basketball in the basement. They had a little piano where my grandma and all of her friends would play and sing songs and shit. It was adorable. Big bunch of everybody brings food, potluck, and my aunt would make this unbelievable banana pudding. And for years, she would make two of them, one to put out and then one for us to take home because we liked it so much. And she wouldn't tell us what she was doing with this fucking banana pudding. And I was like, and we'd be like, yo, what's the shit? And she'd go, oh, I just do what's on the box. And we'd be like, no, you fucking don't. There's something else in there. You're lying right to our faces.
I'm on your shit, Deborah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, my Aunt Todd, bro. And finally, my brother got it out of her. Instead of milk, she uses coffee made vanilla creamer, which is gross, but is goddamn delicious.
I thought it was going to be something disgusting. Like, yeah, I put mustard in it.
Yeah, something real left field. No, but coffee made.
I don't know if it's a Southern thing, but one thing I've never been able to do is, you a cottage cheese guy?
I don't love it. I try.
I've never had it. Just the texture of it, the way it looks, I'm like, that's not food.
Yeah,
that's what I would get sucked out of me if I had liposuction.
Yes, I've tried it a million times. I've done it every way. Salt, pepper. Some people put peanut butter in it, dude, which is weird and gross. Yeah, not for me. The cottage cheese.
Just give me a Trix yogurt and call it a day.
Yeah, sweet grits or savory grits.
Cheesy grits guy.
Yeah, savory. Yeah, me too, bro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
This is a goddamn
fucking blast.
You rule, man. Come back anytime. For dates, where can people find those?
If you need heavy equipment service inspected or repaired in the New York City area, follow me on Instagram, Cameron.Leedy. Leedy, Leedy. I believe it's October 11th. I will be at the Akron, Ohio Funny Stop with my buddy, the King of Cleveland, Bill Squire. I'm working on some more dates, going back out through Kansas, the Dakotas, and Minnesota this winter. So just give me a follow on Instagram. I do a lot of cool small town dive bars in the Midwest. You live out there, come and we'll drink 1,000 Busch Lights.
Hell yeah. Cameron Ley, absolutely hilarious. One of my favorite dudes I've met in New York. You rule, dude. Thanks so much. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Check out the page for bonus content. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good shit. I appreciate it more than I could ever say. And I'll catch you guys in a week. Later.